And just like Stella, Groove's got his groove back. Again. And all I have to say about that is, Stella! Hi everyone, this is Triple T, and today I'm taking a look at Generation Toy GT-8D Motor, or Groove, as I like to call him. Now, this box looks amazing. The illustration is just out of this world, and it continues on the side a bit. But otherwise, yeah, that is it for the box. But the illustration is so nice. I'm really having a hard time throwing these away, so I have been saving them for all these years. He comes with a little manual, and you can follow it. It's nothing really bad or like that. It's just some parts aren't really clear. Like, for instance, let's see if I can find it. No, yes, here it is, where you're supposed to fold the exhaust pipes, or whatever they are called, in robot mode. But again, with this very, very nice illustration. And yes, his name is Motor. And he doesn't come with any accessories. Well, except for his gun. And it's a very nicely done gun, and just like every other one in this set, this is weathered, so I paid extra for the weathering, and I also paid extra by breaking some of the painted parts just because they were a bit brittle from said paint. But not on this one, thank goodness, so far. Anyway, it looks very nice, a little black handle, weathered browny, strange color there, and a bit of silver at the edge, and you can fold that in and plug this little thing into here and have it looking like an extra exhaust or something like that. I don't know if we call it an well, yeah. No, this isn't an accessory per se, but it comes loose in the box because reasons, and I really do like taking this off when I transform him, because otherwise it will just be a nightmare, because everything just tabs into this. But it looks good. It's the little steering wheel, rubber handles. The handles are rubber and the seat are rubber. These are starting to dry out, and so is this. And this so much that I can't really tab it in where I should. So, yeah, that's why it looks a bit of, gappy, maybe, there. But for now, we put this on to the steering wheel, and that just looks epic. You have a little stand here that you can fold in or out. It's all up to your preference, of course, if you want to have him standing on that, or on the little kickstand that you can fold down as well. You have some foot holders, I've been taught they are called. I had to ask a friend. No, to be honest, it's my cousin. She has ridden motorcycles all her life. So, kickstands and foot stands, I think, or foot pedals. Oh God, I forgot. Anyway, that's not really important. You have some articulation here. You can rotate this. It's not synced with the steering wheel, which is forcibly in there, but you can rotate this a bit. And it rolls like heaven, like a butter. So that is very, very nice. And if we do a little flyby here, you can see it's nicely weathered everywhere, and the mold looks beautiful, I guess. The design of it is, of course, a bit more IDW, the comic, than the cartoon, but that is equally okay in my book. I like both of them, so that's okay. You have a bit of engine block there. Yes, I learned that too. And a bit of side. And due to this not tabbing in, this doesn't really tab in either. There is a tab here that should be in, but I can't get it to sit flush because of this. So, but I don't mind. You don't really see that in this mode. and when you get it to combine mode, you see it even less. So I'm not picky with that at all, to be quite frank. I'm going to take this away now. We come to these little saddlebags, and I think you can rotate them a bit, even in this mode. Maybe not. No, maybe not. But they say police, and we have some nice detailing down here with rollable wheels. The fun thing here is that these are actually two separate wheels and a piece in the middle that doesn't rotate. So that's a fun thing. You have some lights here. You have, oh, that should be down, of course. A little piece to, you know, control the water spillage out. You have these little lights back here. So this is what he looks like from above. No, I haven't put an insignia on here because there are too many insignias on my Defensor, in my humble opinion. And this is what he looks like from the underside. Now, he was very, very brittle when I bought him due to the over-painted surfaces, and you still feel that strange, I don't know, texturing that actually makes you feel like you have lead paint on your fingers, but it still looks good, and I don't think it's lead paint. I mean, Generation Toy or Mecha Invasion, as they are now called, doesn't really do lead paint, I think. They wouldn't be long in the business if they did. But he looks really, really nice. Now we're going to do a comparison with X-Transbot's groove. And they are, of course, going for two different styles here. He's more cartoon and he's more comic. So they do look a bit different. What is fun here to me is that this is bigger and the combiner is chug scale. This is smaller and it is a masterpiece sized combiner. So I don't know, I just find that very fun for some reason. It's like the joke of the day. Yeah. But you can see they are pretty nice, both of them. I do love me some X-Transbots, but with all those issues that this comes with, yeah. But both of them look really, really good. And of course, this feels heavier a bit due to the extensive die cast on them, but both feel really premium and nice. And just for funsies, and this is where scale goes to, here is X-Transbot's Streetwise. And we took a look at Generation Toy Streetwise in another video. Or we will, depending on which order I publish them. Because yes, I do them in one fell swoop here. But don't this look good? I like it very, very much. But as you can see, this is just too big to be a motorcycle compared to the cars. Now we're going to transform him into both combine mode, because it is a bit different than just folding the steering wheel over, and then we'll go into bot mode. So Maestro, please cue the music. Fold in these little foot pedals or stands or whatever they're called, and that is going up as well. Now, untab this, untab that from the feet, and if your copy is new, if you get a hold of a new one, these feet are actually tabbed into these arms, so be mindful of that when you are actually untabbing them, and they are also tabbed in right here. Mine aren't really, because, well, there's an issue with this one. So, you come to the front, you open this up like that, and now we remove this just because. We rotate this around, we fold this down, we come to these, and we open them up, and we rotate them out and up like so. Tab them back in, and these are going to rotate. Wait, I don't think I rotated them enough, did I? Really? because this little tab is going to go into that side. And again, this isn't tabbed in from the beginning, so to me it's going to be a bit difficult, but we're going to do that again. After that, you fold these side panels down to just cover up the wheel. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the combine mode, if I haven't forgotten anything. You can, of course, put this back, but I'm not going to do that now because, well, we're going to continue transforming him, so. But he looks like a sturdy leg, and you're going to attach a big chunk of trailer to him, so he will be even chunkier and look even better. And yes, the combiner looks amazing, even though I broke hotspot. But let's continue on, shall we? We have to undo a bit here. You have to fold these up. And just to get them out of the way, let's put them there for now. We're going to use them later on, but not now. Fold these up. Separate them for now. So you actually, yeah, you get it. You get it. Fold this down. So the feet actually leaves this little peg. And fold these in. And this can be bothersome if you don't have it right. Fold them up. That's the way you want it. So they are like that. Now we're going to unaffix this like that. And that is going to be the backpack. Rotate the waist and tab that in. It is an ab crunch if you want it, but yeah. Fold the feet out to the side, separate the legs, and there are a lot of tabs here, so be mindful that you're not breaking anything. There are so many pieces and tabs and stuff like that here. Now we come to this leg, so we can just do one and then I'll do one off camera. Fold this to the side, hinge this forward and down, and rotate that in again. Pull this out to the side, push it back in, rotate this around, and this little port is going on that peg to stabilize the leg. It can be a bother to find. When you got it on, you got it on. So, like that. Straighten out the knee and straighten out the leg. And now you actually got one leg all done. Now we come to the upper part of this and we loosen these pieces first. There are some shoulder pieces just aching to be pulled out. These are supposed to be pulled out as well, and they have a little port there and tab there, so be mindful of that. Do that on both sides. And then we just, I say just, hinge the arms outwards and downwards. And you can just rotate this to come along. You unpeg the back of the shoulder and pull it to the front. And this comes down, and there is nothing to tab it in, and you can just have it standing however you feel like. Rotate the arm around, rotate this around, and this, no, first we take this, open that out, and get that hand out, and this can be really difficult because it's so stiff. Well, you have the hand out, you close that back up, you get this downwards, so it sits about there, and you tab that together, and that comes on there, and now we have one arm all done. The difference here is that this is going to sit forward like an arm cannon. The last step is, of course, just to open up this little panel and get this head out. Yeah, I'm going to need a spludger again. I'm going to use my X-Transbot's little screwdriver. And just push that together. And there you have him in glorious robot mode. And he looks so good. And if you want to, you can bring these back and just tab them in. And trust me, you don't want to play around with those when you're transforming him, because that's just a chore. But let's look at him, shall we? Look at that amazing sculpt on the face. Unfortunately, it's light pipe and nothing glows through that, so he's quite dead. Or the eyes are. Nice chest, very nicely sculpted. And again, this is very IDW. Almost movie Transformers, but not really, thankfully. Very nice crotch there, nice weathering details. You can see the engine block on the arms there, and yeah, everything just looks as it should. You have this on his little back, but that is groove. Here you can see that the wheels are twain, but now they are not movable because, well, everything's just tabbed in everywhere. So that is very, very nice. Looks really good from every angle, I must say. And even though he has his little arm cannon, he can, of course, hold his little gun in his hand. And as you can see, the articulation for the hand is that one finger is all by themselves. All by themselves. And it pegs in and holds very nicely indeed. But when we're talking about articulation, no, I haven't forgotten that. The head goes all the way around, can look up, can look, well, forward. You can rotate this piece on the back, but why should you? It should be in there. The arms can go all the way around if this doesn't stop them, of course. You have a hinge up here, and you have a hinge backwards a bit, but that's more for transformation, so it's, yeah. You can open this up if you want to have a more of a butterfly joint. There you can fold it a bit inwards. You have a cut at the bicep, which rotates. You have a very nice elbow that gives you above 90. And the hands are old-style hands with, as I said before, one finger loose and the three together, and the thumb, unfortunately, not movable at all, which is scary. Now, you can transform him to give him that ab crunch. So technically, he does have an ab crunch. He, of course, has a waist joint, which works as it should. He can kick not very high forward, but still, he can... Oh, he can actually do the Motor Master splits. Boom. And he can kick a bit backwards as well. He has 90 degree at the knee, maybe a bit less, but still, it works. It's enough. You have some tilt on the feet, and the feet can go up and down and all the way around if you want to, for some reason. And that is, for such an old bot, this is very good articulation in my humble opinion. Now for comparison, I'm going to bring in what I think most of you want to see, and that is the comparison with Ocular Max's groove. And I'm going to make a lot of Ocular Max fanboys and girls mad now, because I think he is really, really ugly. He is actually, together with their new release of Devastator, the reason I'm not going to buy more Ocular Max, except for the tapes, that is. Because they are just not for me. They're chug scaled, they don't really look like I want them to look. And then we have these. And we have X-Transbots, which looks amazing, even if it's a nightmare to transform and pose. These are, of course, good quality. Very good quality indeed. But still, I mean, look at them. Looks-wise, this is so much better. But they are both chug-scaled when they're in combine mode. So they are fairly the same category. I mean, just look at the feet. Anyway. He does compact a bit better. You can, if you want to, rotate this wheel. So he actually gets some well, less backpack. But I don't care. I think Groove should have a wheel on the back. Yeah. And here he is with his brethren from Generation Toy. And last time I did this, if I'm posting these in the right order, he was in the front and he was in the back, so now he gets to be in the front. But they look very, very nice, all of them. So this set is really, really beautiful, and it is really my cup of tea, even though I wish they would look a bit more like the cartoon, of course. Now for my conclusion, I really like this bot. I like all the bots in this set. It's not as good as the Streetwise because he's a bit sturdier. This piece actually has some fiddliness with it. The pipes, the steering wheel, and that little ab crunch that is just on this tiny piece of plastic, just like X-Transport's all bots, and I don't really like that. So this is going to drag the score down. He looks amazing, he feels good, he handles well, he transforms well, everything is so good, and the plastic quality is, of course, Generation Toys quality plastic. His masterpiece score is going to be a 7, due to the fact that these little fiddly things exist on him. Because these actually take away a bit from the merriment of transforming him. But he's still a strong recommendation from me, and the whole set looks so good together, so if you can get a hold of them, don't miss out. But I guess that's it for today. Thank you for watching, and as always,